listening to Adam Driver's TED Talk where he talked about being in the Marines. He got an injury that basically caused him to be removed, kicked out of the Marines. Um, to share my own personal story, I was in the Army and in a basic training status or advanced training status in Fort Meade, Maryland, and there was um, too many active duty soldiers and too many reserve and National Guard soldiers in training for journalism positions. And as a result, those of us on active duty were um, sort of displaced from our class schedules and had to wait. And the wait was so long that I ended up basically 2 cycles class schedules behind. So in other words, I waited about 6 months until there was an open spot for me to go into the journalist class. And being a E4 in training status, um, one of the things that was happening was some people, they were physically having difficulty complying with the physically demanding requirements of the Army. And that meant the daily exercise routines. They were developing chronic injuries, suffering chronic pain, and as a result, they ended up going to see the doctor a lot, and the doctors kept saying like, all right, well, you have this kind of injury, this kind of problem with your body, take some time off, try this, try that, here's some Tylenol. And these individuals were told, okay, you are basically suffering a chronic physical problem that means that you would not be able to be physically ready for military service. And therefore, the process was to be chaptered out of the military for physical issues. So you hear about honorable discharge, dishonorable discharge, other than honorable discharge, that sort of thing. That is part of what I was the escort for these soldiers in training to the hospital so that they could be told, examined by the doctor, and as a result of that examination told, okay, you are not Army material, therefore we must release you from service. Some of these individuals, part of why they joined was it was sort of family tradition, but they saw it in themselves that this was their life, their destiny, their future, that they would be in the military, that they would serve. They loved the lifestyle, they loved the camaraderie, they loved the people. And now they're being told your body cannot handle the rigors of this lifestyle. Therefore, we must release you. We must let you go. So it's an interesting, depressing thing that I had to participate in. And, Adam Driver just kind of glossed over that scenario, but it's something I had to do for a month or so. And, people who I had come to know for months by that point. And even though I'm just being told, like, well, you're going to escort, you're just gonna, walk with this guy into the office where then he goes off to see the doctor, or she, it's, the bigger picture is, this whole thing is for them to be told, no, you physically cannot do it, you need to leave, or we cannot support you in your effort and endeavor to be in the military. So yeah, just an interesting thing about life in the military.